Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It is England versus Holland in the Nations League. If you've joined me from the United stand, I've just finished. Absolutely fantastic. I wasn't having a poo, Finn Bryan. It just takes a little bit of time to change from where I am to where I am now. So yeah, we're working, we're live. That's absolutely great. I can do a few things on the job. I can multitask. So we're welcoming everybody and we are live. Let me just check the team news for you. I pretty much expect that Harry Kane isn't starting. And I'm right. You're not wrong. You're right. Okay, so let's go through the team news. First of all, have we got team news in here? Hey, oh, come on. Don't mess about. Give us team news. Here we go. So, we've got, what do we got? What do we got? Al Pacino. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. We got Pickford in goal, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire and Chilwell. Quite a good back four. Barkley, Rice and Delph in the midfield. Delph. God. Sancho, Rashford, Sterling. The positive for me, no Jesse Lingard. So I can live with that team. That's great. He is on the bench with Henderson and Kane and Eric Dyer and Butland and Gomez and Alexander-Arnold should start. Alexander-Arnold should be starting over Kyle Walker. Absolute farce, in my opinion. From an England fan, I've got to say that. For the Netherlands, you've got Cillessen, Dumfries, De Ligt, Van Dijk, Blind, Darun, De Jong, Wijnaldum, Bergwijn, Depay, and Babel. So, Babel. Very good team. Very good team, and it's going to be a good game. I'm really excited about it. I hope that you lot are, because I certainly am. I think it's going to be fantastic. So, yeah. Really excited to watch a De Ligt as well. I think that's going to be that's going to be good. Just sharing the link. So nice summer game. Nice summer game. This is for us to sit back and enjoy. There's a competitive element to it as well, which always makes for better football, I feel. Friendlies, not interested at all. Would Delph start at United? Well, I mean, what are the options England could have in the midfield? Henderson would normally play, he's not. I wouldn't want Dele Alli to play. I wouldn't want Jesse Lingard to play. So there's not a lot of options in that midfield. I mean, personally, Harry Winks should be there. Harry Winks should be there. I thought he was absolutely fantastic in the Champions League final. I'd love to see a midfield of Winks, Rice and Barkley. But this England team is going to evolve anyway. It will evolve. The midfield is still a little bit weak. Chance to look at Declan Rice as well, which I think is interesting. Yeah, so my score predictions are not too. It's not too easy to say actually what my score predictions are going to be. I think that it's a bit of a jump into the unknown, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I would think that we could win this one. I'm going to go England 2-1. I mean, look, Raheem Sterling, best player in the league, against Van Dijk, best player in the league. That's going to be interesting. Rashford gets a lot of stick from Manchester United fans, but to me, Rashford hasn't been that bad this season. He has been that bad this season, but I don't think he's a bad player. And I think with regards to Sancho's very exciting. Declan Rice is very exciting. But as far as I'm concerned, tonight is all about, from a United point of view, it's about watching De Ligt and seeing how he gets on. I think that's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on, in fact. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that you all are as well, because if you're not, what's wrong with you? England versus Holland is, I'm going to, after this is finished tonight, I'm going to watch One Night in Turin, which is the Italian 90 video. Brilliant, absolutely superb. So, no major tournament this summer, unless you're going to watch the girls' stuff, which I will. But this is a bit of a tournament, so we're looking forward to it. We're loving it like that. No one's getting past Van Dijk and De Ligt. Well, imagine if Liverpool get that. We were just talking about that on the United stand, so... Can't show you the game, Charlie. That would be a breach of copyright. So it's a match chat. We will keep you up to date with what's going on in the game. That's how it works. But we cannot give you the the match. We just can't. We can't. We really, really can't. We'd love to, but it will be the typical sort of Goldbridge match watch along where we. There he is. Look, there's Delit. All eyes on him. It's going to go off like a bottle of pop with him tonight if he has a good game. I'm hoping Delit has a bad game. I really hope he has a bad game because as a United fan, that will benefit us. I think if he has a great game, more people are going to want to sign him. So I'll be over the moon if he has a bad game. Fly away. But it's competitive element. I think it's quite a full game as well. So I'm excited about it, and I hope that you lot are. I've said that before. You know why I've said that before? Because I'm multitasking here. Please do share the video if you are watching, and do subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to get to 73,000 subscribers tonight, so we're only 93 off that. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and get involved with the channel. I do FIFA stuff on here, more generic football stuff, lots of watch-alongs that don't involve Manchester United effectively, so Champions League and stuff like that. So you're all very welcome. Please do subscribe. If you're coming over from the United stand, or if you're just new, you know what to do. Subscribe and get involved. Maguire or Maddison. I mean, look, there's lots of interesting elements to this game. You've got everybody wants De Ligt or Koulibaly if you're a United fan, but Harry Maguire could be an option. So in many ways, I think a lot of people say, oh, it's Rashford versus De Ligt. But what about it's Harry Maguire versus De Ligt? You know, let's see how that goes. DMC's here from the United Stands. Hey, this is United Stand FC. There you go. United Stand FC in the house. Why would Salah leave? I don't even know why somebody just said about Salah. Was there a comment about Salah? Yeah. Should we sign Salah? Says Dave Jordan. I wouldn't want to sign Salah because I believe the Liverpool-United rivalry is really important. And I don't think in a million years he'd leave, like many people have said. Declan Rice is playing as well, so yeah, let's keep an eye on him. Score prediction says Lamas are real. I'm going to go Manchester United. No, I'm going to go England to win 2-1. I think England just seem to be on the crest of a wave at the moment, and hopefully that can continue because I'd love to. I mean, selfishly, I would like them to win because I would like to watch England play at Portugal. I'd like to see England play in Portugal. So yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, Defo. So a bit of silence here for Leonard Johansson. As soon as the game kicks off, I will. What will I do when the game kicks off? I will do the timer, so you'll know when it kicks off. So let's hope we have a good game. Let's get involved in the comments. Let's have our say about how we think certain players are playing. You know what? You might have an interest in Declan Rice. You might be looking at Jadon Sancho. I mean, there's two players on that pitch I would love Manchester United to sign. One of them's De Ligt, one of them's Jadon Sancho. So we're about to kick off now. Ref's ready. 7:46, you're a little bit late, and we're off. We are off. Hopefully the timer is working. It is. There you go. You've got it big on the screen. That's what she said. And it's England on the attack here, and Van Dijk cuts out a pass straight away. Big test for Rashford tonight. You know, whether you're a United fan or not, I'm a United fan, and any United fan here will agree with me. Very, very, very poor season for Marcus Rashford so far. Well, it's nearly over, isn't it? He's had a very, very poor season. So he's up against two of the best centre-backs in world football at the moment. So massive test for him on his own. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Long ball there. Harry Maguire, a little bit of pressure. calm as you like. I mean, Harry Maguire's a good player. Pickford's ball distribution there is absolutely shocking. But Harry Maguire's an interesting player. I think there's a bit of snobbery about Harry Maguire from some, people, certainly United fans that I know who probably don't want him. But he's a decent centre-back and he's actually good on the ball. And he plays in that position where we would want him to play, as a left-sided centre-back. That's what United need. Love the videos, says Kavi Amadi. Well, thanks, pal. Rashi to expose those centre-backs, says Vandy Candy. In a way, it would annoy me. In a way, it would annoy me if Marcus Rashford actually did have a good game. Do you know why? Because I'd be like, how can you perform in a team that you don't play with very often, but when it comes to Manchester United games, the club that made you, that you love, how can you play so badly against teams like Huddersfield and Cardiff? But, I believe Rashford can get back to being good, so I hope he has a good game today. So, Holland much improved, though, because, remember, they weren't that good. And Memphis Depay's an interesting player to watch as well, because a lot of Liverpool fans seem to think that they've got a chance of signing him, so... I don't. I'm not one of those people who think that you do, but I just for those who are joining us a little bit late, I'm just typing some stuff up here. I am watching the game and I'm keeping an eye on the live comments. But the surprise for me is that Trent Alexander-Arnold isn't playing. I know. I'm fully aware that Kyle Walker won the league. Here comes Sancho down the left-hand side. Oh, he nearly put it on the plates for Sterling and he missed the header. Good bit of play by Sancho. Puts it onto his right foot. Little dink. Sterling probably, I'm not even saying this because I'm shortest, he's probably just a little bit too short there. Corner to England, though. This is where people like Harry Maguire can come forward. Getting in each other's way there, Stones and Maguire, but he does get on the end of it. I think Harry Maguire would be a decent shout for Manchester United, I do. He's not my first choice, but I do think he's a good shout. Right. Give me some of that gin, bitch. My wife isn't sat there giving me the gin. I'm just talking. I call myself bitch, Okay. How are we all doing? It's end-to-end at the moment. I'm not going to say that's what she says because I've done it so many times with end-to-end. I think you've got to find new material in life. So, yeah, I'm not going to say that again. But... it is going one way to another. There's not a slow pace to the game, which I like. I like to see that. I like to see that there isn't a slow pace to it. Well intercepted there from Chilwell. I mean, some good players in this England team to look forward to over the years, It really is some good players to look forward to. Ben Chilwell, I think, is the best English left-back, and I like Luke Shaw. I wouldn't swap Chilwell for Luke Shaw because I don't think there's a massive difference, but I do think Chilwell's better. I think United have got way more things they need to sort out. I think that Declan Rice has got great potential. I think Stones and Maguire are a good pair. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's only 20. I mean, John Stones can't be any older than mid-20s. Harry Maguire's 26. Ben Chilwell's early 20s. Trent Alexander-Arnold's 20. Declan Rice is around that as well. Harry Winks is young. You've got Jadon Sancho, who's not even 20. You've got Marcus Rashford, who's only just over 20. Sterling can't be that old either. And then you've got all the other players coming through. It looks good for England for a long time. I've supported England for over 30 years, and we've always had, you've got one or two players like Rooney or Owen coming through, but then you've got players coming towards the end of the career. We had the golden generation, and we wasted it in 2002. So it's looking good for England. It is looking good for England. Love to the chat, love to the mods, love to Mark's as duty to entertain. Thank you. Sancho and Delit, Scout Watch. Let's hope United can get one of them. Imagine. There's a few players on there I'd take for United. I think we might not end up signing any of them, but Harry Maguire, De Ligt, Declan Rice, Jadon Sancho. That's 4. I haven't really been keeping my eye on De Ligt. I've been watching more of England because I support England. I need to start doing that. How does everyone think that De Ligt's been doing so far anyway? I think the thing to keep your eye on about De Ligt is, I've always said about De Ligt, if he's got a weakness, it's actually his tackling. Ooh, good shot there. Memphis is playing down the middle for Spain, for Holland as well. Imagine if he was playing for Spain, that'd be odd. But Spain aren't in this because we knocked them out. All out. Few England haters in the live comments. Forget about it. Support Holland. Get some bacon in. Get some bacon on a pan. Eat a bacon sandwich and support Holland. I've just realised that's Denmark. It's Danish bacon, isn't it? Holland are known for clogs. England to win 2022 World Cup and Oblak for FIFA CM, says Charlie Bass. I don't know what the Oblak bit means, but I think England can't. I think winning the World Cup for England in 2022 is possible, but very difficult because of how hot it's going to be. That's the problem. I think it was in Europe. I'd quite fancy England, but that might be a problem. But we'll see. Harry Maguire reading it again and cutting it out. Good stuff. Well done, Harry. Holland doing well here. Good turn and a shot. But it's a good game. I'd say Holland look the better team, but they are one of the best teams in Europe at the moment in international football. But there's definitely a good pace to the game. And Holland win it back. Has he given a free kick? Yes, he has. Yeah, there's definitely a good pace to the game. It is going from one end of the pitch to the other, which is what you want to see. It's been a good game. It's been a good game to start off with. I believe in that. How is Maguire and De Ligt doing, says Ryan Banzai. I need to keep an eye on... Well, to be fair, England are doing more defending, so... Well in Rashford. Second balls. I mean, that England midfield is quite inexperienced. I mean, I know Ryan Barkley's been around for a while. Ross Barkley, even Ryan Barkley. But I don't really rate Delph. So I think England's weak spot is the midfield 3, really. Well in. Good tackle, that. You've got to find a pass now. Oh, that's a terrible ball. Kyle Walker. Brilliant interception. Then crap maul. Career mode. Really excited for Daniel James, says Charlie Bass. Oblak for career mode. Yeah, I know what you're... Yeah. De Gea is crap on career mode. If you've been watching my FIFA career mode, which is on this channel, De Gea just lets everything in. He's just abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Nathan Brown says that Rashford's pace is frightening. It's not frightening to anyone, mate. Have you seen how crap he's been at the end of the season? Pace without any direction is futile. De Ligt there winning the tackle. Give him the ball, Van Dijk. Give De Ligt the ball so we can have a quick look at him. Here he is. Here's De Ligt on the ball. I mean, you know what with De Ligt? Everyone's like falling in love. Oh, I want De Ligt at United. There's no guarantee he wouldn't flop, you know. Delwyn Oliver, what do you think of Hazard to Real Madrid finally? What does everybody think about Hazard to Real Madrid? I mean, a lot of Chelsea fans saying, oh, that's a steal, them getting him for just under 90 million. But he has only got 1 year left on his contract. I said, realistically, if I was Madrid, I'd try and get him for 60. But I suppose Chelsea have said, look, we want a decent price or we're not going to sell him. He's probably worth close to £170 million if he had 2 or 3 years on his contract. So it's a good deal for Real Madrid because he's only got 1 year left. And it's a massive opportunity for Hazard and all those people who think Hazard's one of the best players in the world, because he's now going to go and play in a team with a lot more freedom against crapper teams in the league. So he should really be, putting his name on the map now at Real Madrid. England on the attack here. Ross Barkley losing it though, and Van Dijk will clear it. Oh God. It's a 2v1 here because England have got into a right mess. He should score here, Memphis. Gets caught under his feet, and John Stones clears. Well, they had a 2v1 there. They were running at them because I think it was Chilwell and Harry Maguire ran into each other. Led to a 2v1 situation, running at Stones it was, but the ball into Memphis was poor, and that allowed England to make the interception, but they were in there. Rahman Hamid says, what are your thoughts on Gareth Southgate? I mean, he's doing a good job. I do think he's doing a good job. I think obviously he wants to try and play football in the way that Man City and Liverpool play that, which is obviously vastly improved from somebody like Sam Allardyce. I thought Southgate was becoming a little bit like Eriksson, Sven-Göran Eriksson, in picking the favourites. I really expected him to pick Lingard tonight, and I was going to have a moan, even though he plays for United. There's no way Lingard should be playing for England. He's been absolutely shocking. So fair play to Southgate for not doing that. So he's doing quite a good job. Cafe Music says, I'm from Indonesia and I'm supporting England. I'm from England and I'm supporting England. My name is Mark. Come on, we could do with a goal in this game. I think it's been a good start with a good tempo. We could do with a goal one way or the other now. And I think Holland should have scored it. But here's Jadon Sancho. 2 players on him. What a player he is as well. What a player he is. He's not even 20. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're 9 subscribers away from 73,000, everybody. That's amazing, and we're only a few minutes into the game, so we might even push for 73,500 if we get past this, which would be great. Please do subscribe if you're new. That's Football, the channel where everybody's welcome. We do FIFA on here and just general football chat and games and watch-alongs, so get involved. Here we go. That pass should have gone a lot quicker from Ross Barkley. Oh, he's having a crap game, Barkley, isn't he? He really is. And England stretched again here. Ha! That pass from Memphis Depay was the worst pass. If that was Lukaku, people would go mad. Absolutely trash. Terrible first touch. If he turned, he was running at 2 defenders. And then a rubbish pass. Some of the worst football you'll see ever. Awful from Memphis, that was. And some people want him back. Nah, he's a good player, but I wouldn't want him back. How is Ali anywhere near this squad? So overrated as Alex Prentice. The same as Lingard. Lingard and Dele Alli shouldn't be anywhere near this team. We're probably a couple of years away from kicking them out because we just haven't quite... Some of the young players aren't quite ready yet in Southgate's mind. But another bad pass there from Chilwell. Jazzjit says that PSG are the favourites for De Ligt by ESPN. We've hit 73,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Thank you. We've had a big boost there. Yeah, if you are new, do subscribe to the channel. Some of you might not be aware of it if you're from United Stand and that, so do subscribe. Get involved. Next season, we'll be doing... Last summer, we did every single World Cup game as a watch-along on here. Next season, we'll be doing Champions League again. And we'll be doing a lot more Champions League, won't we? Because United won't be in it. So it will be Europa League on the United Stand. So Champions League will be on here. I'll do my FIFA stuff on here as well. And just general transfer stuff. I need to get into that, actually. England pissing about with it. Where's Luke Shaw, says Sean Byrne. He wasn't picked, and I think Southgate's justification was that he thinks Chilwell and Danny Rose are better. I'd say he's right about Chilwell, and I think Danny Rose played quite well in the Champions League final, so... Talking of which, Jordan Such says, Sissoko handball in the Champions League final, was it a penalty? What does everybody think? Well, I was on the kickoff with True Geordie, wasn't I? And I said they were all saying no, and I said, yeah, I think it was, because I just think that's the stupid penalty rule now. If it touches your arm slightly, it's a penalty. Having said that, I did read the rules the next day, and technically I don't think it was a penalty because it touches his body, then it touches his arm, and I don't think that is a penalty. So technically I don't think it was, but what I don't understand is why the referee was so certain it was a penalty. He should have gone to VAR. A lot of people saying it was a penalty. Some people said it doesn't. Holland having the better of this so far. Ever considered playing Pro Evo, says KFC Al Henton. I have done. I wouldn't do it now. Wait for the next game. See, Douglas James Horn, I know you're a Liverpool fan, so your explanation will be good, but I'll always think Scouser. He says, if you have your arm so far high, then giving the ref a decision, think it was given because he put his arm down towards the ball. Yeah, his arm was in a stupid position. I'm sad about missing Love Island tonight. There's a thing called record. Breadsticks says it did go to VAR. Well, if it went to VAR, it's a penalty, isn't it? Because if it's just the referee's decision, he probably got it wrong. If VAR said it was a penalty, well, they're the people who know the rules, so it was a penalty, wasn't it? Phil Foden should be here, says Tumas Saarinen. I mean, name some of the players who should be here. I think Ward-Prowse should be there. You're probably right about Phil Foden as well. Maddison, again, that's 3 players there that are better than Delph and Barkley. So this is just a stoppage in play here. So have these new rules started now where you can pass the goalkeeper? Oh, good run here by Chilwell. That might be a yellow card. It should be a yellow card on Dumfries. They've got this new rule now, haven't they, where the goalkeeper can pass it to a defender in their box. Where would this England team finish in the Premier League, says Charlie Bass? See, I'm not a big fan of international football against Premier League football or Champions League football because that's teams playing all the time and are used to playing with each other. This England team that's been picked today, I think it would be finishing around Everton and Watford. So, not near the top 6, but 7th, 8th, 9th. Thank God isn't a Love Island watch along, says Skankface. Yeah. Good cross there from Chilwell. Oh, it was just above the head of Rice and Stones. Tyrone Williams, Holland will beat England tonight. I'd say that for me, I don't know about everybody else, I'd say that for me, Holland have, or the Netherlands have shaded it so far. They just seem to be, without creating anything clear cut, they just seem to be moving the ball quicker towards towards England's final third. England really haven't done much in the final third. Goldbridge for England manager, says Robert Moore. I'm managing United Stand FC now. I've got another game on Saturday. In fact, we're going to give out the address this time of where we're playing so people can come down and support us if they want to. Saturday lunchtime. I reckon England would finish 4th in the Premier League, says Ghouls. I think you're totally wrong. But, each their own. Best England player now, says Stephen Baker. It'd probably be Sterling, wouldn't it, because of the season he's had for City. Here come Holland again, or the Netherlands. Good shot, straight at the keeper again. So, more shots. That was Memphis, good play. MK definitely Netherlands playing better at the moment. Skipped past Walker there. Memphis a little bit too easy. Dean will be giving out the address tomorrow on the United Stand show at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I can tell you it's in North London were playing. Starting 11 for England, says Trevor, it is Pickford in goal, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Ben Chilwell, Declan Rice, Delph and Barkley in the midfield, and then Sancho, Sterling and Rashford as the front three. I cannot explain micro-propagation, James, for 6 marks. I can't. If somebody in the live comments wants to, that's great. Josh K says, up the Imperial Wharf FC. We'll see. We'll see. I hope it's a good game. I don't mind losing in pre-season as long as, you learn more from those sort of games if it's a challenge. We've learnt a lot the last couple of weeks. Gifting results away. He's going to be offside there. Yeah. Rashford, get onside. Where's Trashford, says Arnold. Well, he's playing up front between Van Dijk and De Ligt, so I think many people would probably excuse him a crap game tonight, but... Oh, come on. 21 minutes gone. Netherlands on the attack again. Yeah, and Kane's on the bench, Anthony. I think he wanted to start, but it's an opportunity for Rashford, isn't it? Anyone else getting sick of that bird flying past the camera, says Mini Red Devil 7. Yes, I prefer not to comment, or we might have the RSP. I nearly said the RSPCA, but birds actually have their own charity, don't they? They'll be phoning us up. So yeah, it is getting a little bit irritating. Ishmael Akhtar says, why are most of the United Stand FC players black? But there could be more. I think there should be more diversity, in my opinion. Well, you know what? I think that is a silly point, really, because actually it's not something that ever popped into my head. I mean, I'm the manager, and we have got diversity in the squad. That particular game, there was a lot of people making that sort of comment, but the reality is we had open trials, and the better players were selected. So, it's nothing to do with diversity. I think on that particular week there was a few players who didn't turn up, but everybody's welcome, and that's always been the case with United Stand. Come down, Ishmael. Let's see what you've got. But you can't put like DT at centre back just because you want to have a few white players in there when he's shit. You know what I mean? You gotta pick your good team. The Bucknut fan, to think United could have a say in a lot of these players on both sides gives me hope. Could is the word. Can women play for the United Stand FC? Not really. If it's a charity game and the other team are going to do it, yes, but the problem is, it's like if you stick a woman in a men's team, then I think it's unfair, unless it's like a charity game, because the opposition, are they going to crunch into tackles the same way and knock people off the ball the same way? I don't think it's fair on them or the person. So, but I'd like to do it. I just what a tackle by De Ligt there on Rashford. Just read him like a book, and not a very good book. But then Rashford tries to win it back, and De Ligt floors Rashford. Oh dear, maybe that's a bad sign. Absolutely, made Rashford look stupid there, didn't he? What do I think of De Ligt, Marks? As DH23, I think he's good, and I think, like Rational Devil says, he bullied Rashford there. I think that there are weaknesses to De Ligt's game, and I wouldn't even call them weaknesses. They're just things that he's not as good at. He is a leader. He is an organiser. He reads the game very well, like a lot of Dutch players do. He's very good on the ball. He's very strong on the ball. He's very good in the air, and I think that he's probably like Harry Maguire, but a better Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire's weaknesses are the same. Is, you know, if he gets turned, has he got the recovery pace? But he's no slouch, De Ligt, either. He's only 19. He's only 19 years old, Joseph Shaw. Joseph Shaw's just asking how old De Ligt is. He's only 19 years old. He's only 19 years old. He's only going to get better, says Dylan Simon. The captain for Holland, says Rob Law. I think it's Van Dijk. It is Van Dijk. I'm right. Vince Captain Cuxton says De Ligt has got pace. Yeah, but he ain't got like sprint speed pace, has he? What made you want to start the channels you run? Says Bill Hemmett. Basically, it was because I was just bored of watching it on like mainstream media and them not satisfying me at half-time or full-time with the chat they were having. It just felt very scripted and unreal and safe. And obviously a lot of the people they have on those shows are recently retired players who are probably still friends with a lot of the players that are playing. And the protection of those players. I mean, you see it with Gary Neville and Carragher, don't you, as well? I really like them as pundits, but there's certain players they would never go in on. Like Carragher would never go in on Gerrard, would he? I know Gerrard's retired now, but he wouldn't. And Gary Neville's like that with some of the United lads. And it's like, you just want something a little bit more real. So that's what it's about, really. It's just being real, isn't it? I mean, I really like Marcus Rashford, but I said he was crap for the last 3 months of the season because that's the truth. You shouldn't, if you're gonna give proper opinion, you've got to give a balanced, fair opinion, and that's the truth. So that was why I wanted to do it. Bergwijn is amazing right now, says David. Yeah, I've been another player. Yeah, apparently his agent has said that he's going to go and play in Italy. But again, he was another option United could have looked at on the right hand side. They're pressing England really well, Holland. And to be fair, England are working it out themselves. I mean, it's something England would never do, passing out from the back under pressure, and they've done really well there. They've beat the press, and Kyle Walker's coming through. There's an overlap here. Read it. Oh, slow, Kyle. That was slow. It should have gone 2 seconds before. And offside as well. You see, that's because Kyle Walker's too slow. I agree with Death. Didn't see the second bit there, that the centre midfield for England is the weak spot at the moment. We're not really created anything. We're just about to hit half an hour. England really haven't created much. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. We're trying to get to 73,500 now. So if you are new, subscribe, bottom right hand corner. That's football. Where I do my FIFA stuff on here. This sort of watch along. Everybody's welcome. It's not it's not club specific. De Ligt makes a mistake, and has he given a penalty or is it a corner? I think it's a penalty. De Ligt, yellow card, penalty. I like it. I like this. It's definitely a penalty. Well done, Rashford. So a big mistake by De Ligt there. And it's Rashford on the penalty. So De Ligt makes the mistake. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. De Ligt makes the mistake and loses control of the ball. Rashford runs to get there, gets his foot there first. De Ligt trips him, and there we go. It's a penalty, and it's Rashford on the penalty. And fair play if he scores it. 3, 2, 1. He's not took it yet. Cue everybody on social media saying De Ligt shit. Good. Why is it not a red, says Mark Willis? Because I think the rules have changed, haven't they? I don't know. I don't think he deliberately stopped a goal-scoring opportunity. Rashford scores 1-0 England. Rashford scores 1-0 England. All because of De Ligt's mistake. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely nailed on penalty. I love the way De Ligt goes, nah, get off. When it's absolutely one of the most nailed on penalties. So the ball slips away from him. He tries to recover it, but Rashford gets there first. He's already committed to the tackle and totally chops him down. It's 1-0 to England, and it's a big, big mistake by De Ligt. But if anybody was watching the United stand earlier, I did say I don't want De Ligt to have a good game tonight, because if he has a bad game, I think it enhances his chances of coming to United. However slim those chances are, I think it does. Because I think if he had a great game, it would be like, oh, everybody wants him. So I'm pretty pleased by that. And good for Rashford to score as well, obviously, as a United player. Pounced on the mistake. And a little bit sloppy there from De Ligt, to be honest with you. But it's 1-0. Who'd have thought it, eh? De Ligt making the headlines. Wants to be the next Smalling, says Francis Keneally. I think, to be honest with you, if you are a United fan, or you're a Liverpool fan, or you're a whatever fan, and you want De Ligt, I think the best thing that could happen tonight was he had a bad game. Because if he has a good game, Riola's there going to be pumping up the price. So, you know, De Ligt's a good player. Whether he has a shit game tonight or not, I've said this so many times. I was talking about Koulibaly, and when Napoli played Arsenal, he had a bad game, and everyone was like, oh, he's crap, Mark. I'm like, watch him over the whole season. He's a good centre-back. He had one bad game. It's like last night, Bruno Fernandes didn't play that well against Switzerland. Oh, he's crap. We don't want him. Stop judging people on one game. He's a good player. And De Ligt's a fantastic player. Absolutely fantastic. Let's not forget, he's only 19 years of age. Absolutely brilliant. And if people want to say he's crap, great. We'll still sign him. So he's absolutely fantastic. What channel is it on, says Kane Harris. I'm watching it on Sky Sports. Yeah. Yes, Pranav, I did call it, didn't I? I did say before the game people will start slating De Ligt. Shining Light says De Ligt just got owned by Trashford. Well, England lead 1-0 after 34 minutes, but Holland probably the slightly better team as far as I'm concerned, but it's a mistake, and England switch off of concentration, and Pickford there with a little slip of concentration, but there's no one there to pounce on it. Somebody just saying there that Bruno Fernandes is reckless. Good. You want a bit of reckless players are. You mean reckless in the tackle, that's what you mean. Well, Scholes is reckless in the tackle. It shows a bit of passion, so I like that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, we're trying to get up to 70... What are we trying to get to? 73,500. So please subscribe if you're new. Chilwell is class, says Arita. Power... haven't seen your tweet, Drawty. I'll go and have a look. So a bit of a smash and grab for England at the moment, but we'll have some of that. But this game needed a goal. I was talking about that about 15 minutes ago. I said this goal needs a game. This goal needs a game. This game needs a goal because it's been end to end, but nil-nil games can drift. Got to be offside there. He's offside. He's offside. I've seen it, Draughty, and I've given it a retweet. Nisha Ray says, why do United fans jump into conclusions so quickly? Because a lot of United fans are becoming like Arsenal fans. I've been saying this for 2 years. They're becoming very flip-flop. It's like, it irritates me, but it's just the way football has become, and some United fans have been sucked into it, where they're so flip-flop, and, one bad game and it's, they're rubbish. So, Rashford's in again. Oh, what a tackle that is from Dumfries. And Rashford is saying that he's hurt, but to me it looked like a really good tackle. And again, it was a lovely little slip in. Rashford looks like he's about to pull the trigger. He looks like he might be quite badly injured now. Brilliant by Sancho. Megs on De Ligt. And slips Rashford in. Rashford's about to shoot. And to me, that looks like it's a good tackle. It is a good tackle. And Rashford ends up kicking the boot of Dumfries when it could have been 2-0. Well done. He might have broken his foot, but I think he'll be all right. Good recovery tackle. De Ligt megged by Sancho now. I mean, what's going on? He looks all right, Rashford, anyway. He looks all right now. He's looking all right now. He's going to be all right now. All right. He's going to be all right now. That's the trouble with the modern day football boot, though. When you kick another player's boot and you catch their studs, you're basically kicking their studs with your bare foot because they're so thin leather now. De Ligt's not having a good game. Oh, I'm so relaxed about this. I'm so relaxed about people saying De Ligt isn't worth 50 million. He's crap. You haven't. Did you watch him in the Champions League? He was elite in the Champions League. He has a bad game for Holland, or a bad half for Holland, and he's suddenly shit. See that though, he picks the ball up in his own half there and drives forward 20 yards to get his team 20 yards further up the pitch. I don't think Van Dijk's played that well either though. I mean, Van Dijk looks like the best centre-back in the world for Liverpool, and for Holland he looks pretty average as well, because this is international football. This is what I was saying about Bruno Fernandes last night. You're judging players who have been brilliant for their club teams, who are then put together with a set of players they don't play with very often, and have to play a game of football. It's like playing with a bunch of strangers. It's very, very difficult. And their performances do tend to drop. This season, getting to top four, next season, Sancho, says Steve Winyard. I'd love Sancho at United. He's such a good player, isn't he? Tyron Williams says he plays like a Brazilian. He's such a fantastic talent. He is. He's an amazing player, Sancho. And to be honest with you, as I've said many a time, I was told in March that Manchester United wanted Meunier, Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho and a centre-back. They were the four players they were looking at. And I think because we didn't get Champions League football, the Sancho dream disappeared, which is a shame. But I think we would have got Sancho if we'd got Champions League football. Because I think Sancho's open to moving to United. I just think at the moment it's not the right move for his career, is it? Jagath, I will watch the cricket, but I'll be watching it probably only really for England. Stephen Baker says Mason Greenwood will be better than Rashford. Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a foul here on Barkley by Wijnaldum. Really, he should get booked for that. I don't think that Yuvraj. I don't think that Inter Milan will give us Skriniar in any deal. I don't think he's part of what they want to sell. I mean, a lot of swap deals are about players that you don't want. So when you hear that Real Madrid want to give us players and money for Pogba, or Juventus want to give us players and money for Juventus, they're going to give us players that they don't want anymore, aren't they? It's like if United wanted to sign, I don't know, let's think. If United wanted to sign Barkley, not Ross Barkley, onto the back post, Harry Maguire, hit it! Oh, good hit that was. Was it Delph? Straight at Silerson. Oh, my God. Get out, Pickford. Well done. Good kick. And he's just floored Memphis, I think. No, he's all right. Hi, Mark. Where is the lovely Mad Marcus? We miss him, says George Ramos. He was going to be on tonight, but he's gone to watch the X-Men film. So, yeah, he couldn't make it. If United wanted to sign, I'm trying to think. Let's say Manchester United wanted to sign Jordan Such says 7 days until the Premier League fixtures are announced. Exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, actually. If United wanted to... I keep saying this. I'm trying to think of a player. So if Manchester United want to sign Koulibaly from Napoli, and Napoli said, you can have him, but we want players as part of the deal, United wouldn't say... Yeah, you can have Rashford or Martial or Pogba. They'd say, yeah, you don't give your players that you want to keep away. You'd say, you could have Mata, you could have Fred, because, you could have Smalling, you can have Jones, you could have Matic. You offer up the shit you don't want anymore. So I don't really like player swaps. That Sanchez-Mkhitaryan one was pretty unique. But having said that, we did give Arsenal a player we didn't want anymore with Mkhitaryan. So... you tend to give away players that you don't want. Oh, here we go. They're in down the right-hand side here, Holland. Crossed back, and Sterling's been quiet in this game. 2 minutes to half-time. It's gone very quick since the goal. Don't know what Barkley's doing there, but it worked. Get up. But Wijnaldum's been crunching into tackles on Barkley. Maybe it's the Liverpool-Everton thing, although he hasn't been at Everton for a while, has he? I really hope England win this so we can play Portugal on Sunday, because I'd really like to see how people like Bruno Fernandes and João Felix and Ruben Diaz do against an English opposition. I think that's really interesting. That's been the interesting thing tonight about seeing De Ligt against English opposition, where you get pressed a little bit. Liam EFC says that Koeman's ancient tactics holding back the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm not made up on Koeman as a manager. He had a bit of a mixed time, didn't he? He did okay at Southampton, not so good at Everton. Cheers, Charlie Buxton. There's another free kick here for England, and it was a free kick. He's very late, Dumfries, there on Chilwell. And to be honest with you, he's just been booked for it, and he actually should have been booked before. He was late before on a tackle before that, so he's lucky. It's a head injury here for Chilwell, which is a shame because he's probably been one of our better players. Hopefully Chilwell's all right. I think he looks like he gets a bit of a punch on the head. He's all right. Well, waiting for this free kick now because they're making sure that Ben Chilwell's okay. I went into a daydream there. You're right. I did. Daniel. De Ligt gave away the penalty, says Daniel Brook. You're about 20 minutes too late. But there you go. Yes. You should do a watch along for India versus Pakistan for the World Cup on your other channel. Any chances? Watching from India. Keep up the good work, Mark, says Rishab Kataba. Yeah, but watch alongs for cricket just take so bloody long. It's like all your life, isn't it? De Ligt clears that cross from England there. I still think there's probably a few more minutes to be added on in this game. 1-0 to England then. Yep, De Ligt making the mistake. Rashford pouncing on it. Chopped down, penalty, and then Rashford scored it. To be honest with you, I'd say that Netherlands have probably been slightly the better team, but no real clear-cut chances for either side, and the penalty has been the difference. It has been tight. It's a weird one, this Nations League, isn't it? I've been looking forward to it because it's a competitive thing and you can win a tournament, but it's a brand new tournament, so you don't really know where it's going to rank. I personally predict that if the World Cup is the Premier League, well, if the World Cup's the Champions League and the Euros is the Premier League, the Nations League is going to probably be the Carabao Cup, isn't it? But it would be nice if it did get a bit of notoriety, because I think for us as fans, it's nice to have another, even though it's a small thing, it's nice to have another thing in the summer to look forward to, and only 4 teams get through it, don't they? Holland looking for a penalty there. Memphis on Harry Maguire. I have to see it again, but VAR is in operation. So see England trying to play it out from the back there, which leads to this chance for Holland. And it'll be a corner as well, which is where Van Dijk and De Ligt will come forward. But that's the bad side of England trying to pass it out from the back. Blind is playing. He's playing at left back, Spalakas. 88 million for Hazard, says Aaron Remenu. I wouldn't mind Dumfries in a United shirt, and I'm a fan, says Magnus Jewell. Who does he play for? What? Am I being really thick here? Who does he play for? JB, I'm with you. What was John Stones doing there? Just kick the ball free. PSV, yeah. I don't watch a lot of PSV, so. Cross comes in. De Ligt goes up and heads it wide. That's the threat of De Ligt, though. That's what United don't have. This is why I would like De Ligt, because he's a brilliant leader. We don't have one of those. And he's a major threat in the air from set pieces. Again, United don't have that. So he maybe gives away soft penalties, but he's a leader and he's good from corners. So straight away, you're in the team, lad. And that's it. It's half time. It's half time, and it's 1-0 to England, which is good. It's good. We're happy with that. Patched my other comment to you think we'll get De Ligt, Sam. Do I think we'll get De Ligt? I'll be over the moon if we did. I'm not one of these plonkers who says, "Oh, he's made a mistake, so I don't want him." I'll be over the moon if we get him. But I still don't think we will. I think there's a lot of competition for him, and I tell you what. People like Barcelona, Liverpool, PSG, Juventus, Manchester United, whoever's in for him, they ain't stupid enough to go, "Oh, did you see that mistake against Rashford? Maybe we don't want to pay £70 million for him." They do, because they're not stupid. They've been scouting him for a long time, like a lot of you lot have been watching him for a long time, like I've seen him this season. I haven't seen loads of him, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched a lot of... I don't watch the Dutch League, so all I've seen of De Ligt is in the Champions League, but from what I've seen of him, I really rate him. I like his attitude. I like his demeanour. I like the strengths that he clearly has, which we saw from that corner there. I'd love him at Manchester United. I really would. Even Real Madrid could get involved in the De Ligt race, as Tyron Williams. I don't think they will do now that Ramos is leaving. And remember, they bought Eder Militao. They've got Varane, so I don't think that they would do, because it'd be a lot of money when they've got 3 top quality centre backs. But and as Stephen Lilly says, let's not forget he's not. You know, he's only 19. He's only 19 years of age, and that is massive, absolutely massive. Of course, it is. So England lead 1-0, which is the main thing, and I hope they get over the line. I'd love to see us play Portugal on Sunday night. Sorry, I've gone quiet because I've just lost my live comments. Where have you gone, live comments? Come back to me. Anybody going to be watching the Women's World Cup? Just a quick question there, because there's an advert on the telly for it. But yeah, in review of the half, I think that Holland did phase it for me. Shade it, sorry, just. But football's all about mistakes. Most goals that are conceded, the team who concedes it will find somebody to blame. That's just the way it is. And I think that obviously De Ligt makes that mistake. Rashford slips in. It's definitely a penalty, and he puts it away. And that's 1-0 to England. And that's where we're at with it, really. I think it's bordering on an equal game, but I think Holland do look a little bit more threatening. And I think that's because England's midfield of Delph, Barkley and Rice just isn't actually that good. But having said that, England do lead 1-0, and I think that they have got players on the bench who can come on and make them stronger. People like Jordan Henderson would improve that midfield, and I think, you know, Harry Kane as well. From Holland's point of view, it's a mistake. They'll be annoyed with themselves, and it'd be interesting to see what happens in the second half. I think Harry Maguire's done well. I think that Sancho's looks fantastic again. I think Declan Rice has actually done quite well in that midfield, even though it's quite weak. I think Bergwijn's looked good for Holland. I think Memphis has been good at times and bad at times, which is pretty much Memphis Depay for you. But I think the right back for Holland, although he got booked and he's a bit physical, I don't know why Manchester United aren't looking at him. I agree. PSV right back, I think he'd be very interesting. And I think that as well as that, I think that the defence would be of interest for me. I mean, Van Dijk is the best player in Europe as a centre-back at the moment. I don't really have any major issue saying that, apart from the fact that he plays for Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool are United's biggest rival. I don't think Van Dijk's looked great today. Maybe he's a bit tired or hungover from what he's done, but I don't. So I think that De Ligt has made a couple of mistakes himself. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm just having a quick look at here. DiMarzio's just put something out about Neymar, accident Neymar. Let's have a look. During his Brazil friendly, Neymar is out of the Copa America after just 20 minutes of play. Something to do with his ankle. Ugh, God, does not look nice either. So if you're interested in the Copa America, there will be no Neymar in that. Interesting. No Neymar. Sancho did nutmeg De Ligt, yeah, but you know, you find me a centre back that doesn't make a mistake, and I'll call you a liar. I suppose at the end of the day, you know, football's all about opinion, isn't it? You know, if you think De Ligt's shit, great, crack on with that. I'd love him at Manchester United. I'd absolutely love it. I'd be absolutely ecstatic if he came to United. And yeah, I can't say much more than that. I mean, Carragher was talking about him, saying what a great leader he is, and he is, but he just made a mistake. The ball slips under his foot. He can't recover in time. Rashford's anticipated it. I wish Rashford showed that anticipation in a United shirt. But, yeah, 100% penalty. No arguments without that. I wonder if Liverpool would be in the race for De Ligt. I think if they got him and they have Van Dijk, be a very, very good centre-back pairing. I just don't know whether Liverpool... I don't know what Liverpool are looking to do this summer. I don't know where they're looking to strengthen. They've definitely got the money. They'll have won loads of money from what they've done this season. So they've got the money to pay for him. I just don't know whether they're looking for that sort of player. Sancho, nutmeg on De Ligt. Good skill, bad defending. His legs were wide open. That's what she said. We don't need Jordan Henderson. Do you think Sancho will come to United to Stephen Jones? I'd probably say no now. I'd probably say no because I think that he would have come this summer if we'd have been in the Champions League. That was what was going to happen. But I think that next summer, if he has another good season at Dortmund, maybe next summer will be when Madrid want him. Now is the perfect summer for United to get Sancho because everybody else is looking elsewhere. Like Madrid are getting Hazard and Jovic, and Barcelona are not really looking at a forward at the moment, but they will be next year. And Bayern Munich would be in the race because he plays in Germany, so PSG might fancy him. One of the English clubs might fancy him. So Sancho would be brilliant now because now's the time to get him. But unfortunately, we've ruined it by not getting into the Champions League, and I don't think he fancies coming to us at the moment. So, Bergwijn, apparently we're in for Bergwijn, says Danny. Bergwijn, his agent said he's going to Italy, so there we go. Lozano loves United and he's exactly the kind of player we need on the right wing, Nikhil Pawar. Yes, I would love to bring Lozano to Manchester United, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. For whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like we're linked to him. Again, he's another player that seems like he's going to go to Italy. He's been heavily linked to Napoli for just 40 million quid. 40 million quid for Hirving Lozano. I mean, English clubs should be all over that. Namely, Manchester United should be all over that. But we're not. We're not. And that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. But I would like Hirving Lozano as well. But Bergwijn looks good. He's got that pace and tenacity, so yeah, I like the look of it. But what do you got? What do we got? Second half, how do I think it's going to go? I think that Holland will definitely score, so England are going to have to score again. I wouldn't make any changes at the moment. I don't think this is the sort of game you want to bring a sort of Harry Kane into it at the moment. I'd be more happy just to keep it how it is for the moment. I think Harry Kane is clearly a player that is fit, but he ain't match fit. So I would like to see England stick with what they got for the moment, and then we can take it from there. But I would keep it how it is for now. I don't know about you lot. I'd like to see Henderson coming on in the midfield if he's got the legs for it, because I think we are a little bit weak in the midfield. But I can see Holland scoring, so I would like to see England try and do a little bit more in the final third. They did have a couple of chances after the goal, to be fair, so hopefully we can do a little bit more and get this game done. Because the sad thing is, I don't know whether a lot of people know this, but the sad thing is that if you lose this game, you have to play against Switzerland on Sunday afternoon in a third and fourth playoff, which I think is basically because there are qualifiers going on at the moment, which obviously none of the four teams in the Nation Leagues could be involved in, because you don't know whether you're going to win your games, or how can you quickly arrange a qualifier for Sunday. So they've created this third and fourth playoff, which means absolutely nothing. So I don't want England to be playing Switzerland in a game like that. I want to see England being tested, and I'd love to see England playing Portugal, who I think are a very good team. So hopefully we will see that happen. And if it stays 1-0 and it happens that way, great. I'm happy with that. I just want to see England win. And then we play Portugal, and it'd be nice to see England up against Ronaldo. Of course it would. It'd be great. Absolutely great. Right. Second half, what are we thinking? Rapsing, Chamberlain, predictions, please. give me some of your predictions in the second half. Would you take anybody off? A few people saying take off. Yeah. Wherever. I'd say Harry Maguire. He's having a better game than De Ligt at the moment. Yeah. I don't think there's any problem with that. I did do United Stand. It was done at 7 o'clock. So if you haven't watched the United Stand video, you can go and watch it straight after this one. Take out Declan Rice, says a few people. A few people say Buntain 2-0. Chilwell has done very well, says Daniel O'Rourke. Take off the Declan Rice because he's a snake, says Craig O'Callaghan. I wonder where you're from. And Delph is in Rice's way, says Pete Gamage. I don't rate Delph, to be honest with you. What subs would you like to see? I would try and get Jordan Henderson on. If he's got the energy, I would get Jordan Henderson on. I think he'd be a good option to bring on. Yeah. Because the midfield of England is a little bit weak. Joseph says it'll be 2-1 to Holland. And England for the English says, yes, we need Hendo on ASAP. Do I rate Danny Rose, says Immortal Gaming? I don't really, but to be honest with you, I thought he played well in the Champions League final. So I think Danny Rose annoyed me a bit like when I sort of realised Leighton Baines wasn't that good. I mean, great ball delivery, good going forward. But when Leighton Baines was at Wembley and it was in the last few minutes against Holland, I think it was a friendly, and he showed Robben into his inside onto his left foot and he curled it in. I thought, you're a professional footballer. You're a left back playing for England and you don't realise that you don't show Robben inside onto his strong foot. I thought, oh, that's crap. And Danny Rose did the same thing just before the World Cup last year. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Robben. Maybe it was again. But it was somebody who's very good on their left foot and again showed them in on their left. And I thought, that's thick. That's thick. You haven't got a football brain then, because if you're making mistakes like that. But I prefer Chilwell anyway. I think Chilwell's streets ahead. And also, I think that Trent Alexander-Arnold should be playing at right back ahead of Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's a very good right back, but I think at the moment he should be playing. He absolutely should be playing. But maybe he's not playing because if you think about it, who is playing for England from the Champions League final? No one. There's no Spurs players playing, is there? And there's no Liverpool players playing. So that's probably been done consciously on purpose from Gareth, so to speak. So we're about ready to kick off for the second half, and England are coming out onto the pitch. Harry Kane is on at half time. Maybe that was promised. So Rashford's off at half time. Maybe he's injured. He did take quite a knock on his foot, so I think Rashford may be off injured. And I tell you what, if Rashford has got any sort of metatarsal injury or anything like that, it'll be in a bit of a race to be back for the start of the season, to be honest with you, because yes, this is sort of an end-of-season tournament, but United are back in training on the 1st of July, and they'll be off to the Asia tour and Australia tour in about 5 weeks. So let's hope he's all right. It could just be a planned substitution anyway, that Harry Kane would get 45 minutes because he is the captain. But I don't think Harry Kane looked that fit in the final. So let's see how lucky looks on today. So Harry Kane is on for Marcus Rashford, which I think will make Van Dijk and De Ligt's job a lot easier. So for me, is this an example of Southgate being about his favourites, or is it because Rashford's injured? Because I think Rashford was causing them a lot more problems than Kane will cause them. But let's see what happens second half. Kane's on for Rashford. If Rashford's injured, Martial up front, says Steve Wynyard. Well, Martial's having a good summer off, isn't he? Because he's not part of the French setup. Rashford was limping, says Callamax. Well, he took a bad tackle. He was just about to make it 2-0 and Dumfries made a great tackle, but Rashford ended up kicking his foot. Tyrone says that Holland will definitely win now. I do rate Joe Gomez breadsticks. Yeah, I do. And to be honest with you, that's why I wonder why Liverpool would go for De Ligt, because I think in Gomez they've got a centre back there who's, very unlucky with that injury and a really, really good player. Yeah, England are going to lose that pace up front now because Harry Kane, even if he is fit, he's not fast. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, everyone. We are getting closer to 73,500, which would be great to hit tonight. Bottom right hand corner, get involved with the channel. Everybody's welcome here. Doesn't matter who you support. We do watch alongs for a lot of games on here. Obviously, I support United, but that's all done on the United stand. Do me FIFA stuff on here as well. So get involved. You're all welcome. Thanks everyone who's joined in tonight. And hopefully we'll be doing Portugal-England on Sunday night. But let's see. Yeah, if England win this Nations League, it may well be the international football equivalent of the Carabao Cup. But it would still be a major tournament win for England for the first time since '66. Which is all about building confidence towards winning something else. Winning's winning. Winning trophies is winning trophies, isn't it? And it would be a real confidence boost for England to do it. Against good quality teams. Remember, you had to qualify to get into these, didn't you? I mean, England came through Spain and Croatia. I don't know. I think, didn't Holland get past France to get in here as well? So everybody's decent to get here. You really would have thought you'd see a France or maybe a Spain in this. And obviously England knocked Spain out. So no Germany as well. Although I think Germany are a bit shit at the moment. How's Daley Blind playing? Says Bus Head Dre. He's done all right. I mean, he's up against Sancho, who's played quite well, but he's done all right. See, trying to play out from the back there, Harry Maguire. He got a little bit lucky. Or was it Chilwell, actually? But England have it now. Has anybody heard anything about Rashford? Because I haven't. Nice ball in there. Sterling over the top. Pull back. Oh, good stay by Silerson. I think it was offside because... Oh no. I don't know what went on there. I don't know why England didn't get a free kick either. I don't know why we didn't get a corner. Rashford scored a penalty. Jason Harris says that Rashford sprained his ankle, so it makes sense to take him off. Well, I'll tell you what, Holland players are taking it very seriously. It's not a friendly though, is it? It is a proper game of football. So there's another foul here for England. Barkley was on top of the ball. Darun sort of went through him, and I mean Barkley was sort of obstructing the ball a little bit, but it's a free kick for England anyway. It's a chance to knock it into the box, and it's a chance for Harry Maguire to get up. So happy days. Oliver Westcott says, when did Fabian Delph get good? I don't think he did, mate. Unless somebody's saying it's happened in the last couple of minutes. I don't think he's very good. It amazes me that he plays for Man City, really. But would you take Zaha back, says Casper? I would take Zaha back over nobody. Harry Maguire there on the back post. You've got to just get it on target, mate. Well, it's been a frenetic, fast-paced first 5 minutes to this half, and hopefully it will continue. Oh, poor defending there. Good recovery. And Chilwell made the recovery tackle on... don't know what's going on here. He's going into the box. It's probably a penalty. Well, it's not actually. It's on the edge of the box. But Chilwell's a little bit late there. I'll be surprised if VAR doesn't say anything to the ref. Oh, I'm just going to play it on. Look like a foul to me. Don't know what you lot think. Sancho coming down the right hand side now. Barkley on the edge. That midfield of England is just a little bit crap, isn't it? Chilwell, Sterling. Just bullied out there by Dumfries. He's had a good game, the right back for them. He has had a good game. Lovely control there by Sancho. He is technically absolutely outstanding, isn't he? Really is a top quality player. No trouble. He's fantastic. Anyway, it's a corner for England here. Chilwell on it, and he can. The great thing about Chilwell as well is not only he's a very good left back going forward and backwards, he's also got a good delivery on him. Harry Maguire gets up. The lit clears it. Chilwell keeps it in on the left-hand side. There'll be a chance to whip it in here. Delph. Up it goes. That's got to be 2. Oh, Jadon Sancho, free header on the 6-yard box centrally. Heads it straight at Cillessen. That should be game put to bed. It's a lovely cross by Delph. He's absolutely free from 6 yards out. Central as well. Stood central. Heads it straight. I mean, the whole... always makes you laugh, that doesn't it? Because you've got a striker there in Sancho who he's just got to head it anywhere, and it's 2-0. That's the chance of the game. The penalty came from a mistake, but from regards to chances, that's the best chance of the game. And Sancho heads it straight at Cillessen. We're waiting to see it again, but I'd have scored that. You'd have scored that. We'd all say we'd score that because you've got to score it. Oh, and here's a mistake. Here's a mistake. Memphis, good shot. Pickford, Memphis. And it was Kyle Walker again with the mistake. I think Memphis took that a little bit early. Kyle Walker makes a mistake. Memphis Depay nicks it off him. He's running through. He's not quite at the edge of the penalty box. In fact, he's got a good... he's 10 metres out from there. Players are closing in. He probably could have had another touch. Hit it with power. Need Darmian on the pitch to get rid of the birds, says Sean Atwood. There's a lot of birds on the pitch, isn't it? And not like the one that was on it last week on the Champions League final. Oh, they still haven't shown us that Sancho chance. Show us the Sancho chance. Maybe they'll do it now. No, they haven't. Bloody hell. Silvers Diax says, why the hate, mate? What hate? What are you talking about? Plonker. What hate? What's been said negative about any player? Oh, Sancho should have scored the goal. The same Sancho I've been talking about for a year, saying what a great player is. You're not allowed to say somebody should have scored a goal now. Is this the PC world that we live in now, that you can't actually even comment on something that you think a player should have scored a goal? Bloody hell. Stop the bus and let me off. I think I agree with you. Memphis Depay should have gone a lot closer there. It was amateur, that was. You shouldn't be shooting from like 35 yards out when you've got 10 yards of space in front of you. Go a little bit closer. Ahmed Iqbal, I'm going to start deleting your comments. You're boring me. What is this comment you're on about? Why did you say Salah isn't top 5 in the world? I haven't even spoken about Mo Salah being top 5 in the world for at least 6 months. So what's the relevance of that? Stop asking me the question. It's pointless. I don't even remember saying it, and I haven't said it in the last 6 months. So what's that got to do with England versus Holland? Nothing. Lingard has the potential of Messi and Ronaldo combined, says Satak Batra. That's it. That's more good stuff, please. Anyway, as Stephen Baker says, is Mo Salah top 5 in the world? No, I don't actually. You know what? I don't think he is. Because Messi and Ronaldo occupy the top 2 spots, so there's only 3 more that can get in there. I think Van Dijk's got to be in there as a centre-back. He's been amazing. As much as I dislike him, I think Neymar's got to be in there as well, hasn't he? Salah probably doesn't get in there, no. The music channel says, I must get the red United stand top. You must do, mate. The link's in the video. No, it's not in this video. It'll be on the United stand. It's in every video description of the United stand. Though I prefer the red one to the black one, to be honest. But the black one is nice. Come on, England. You need a second goal here. But this game, I think this game's been good. It's just maybe in the final third, both teams haven't been as cutting as they need to be. But it's not been as slow. There's been a good tempo to the game, and I think that's helped it. Did you see the Ibra goal? Somebody said. You know what? I yawn at everybody who talks about Rooney and Zlatan goals. You know why I yawn about it? Because they're doing it in a pub league. It's like, I don't... Yeah, the technique's great and everything. And yeah, look, but you know, it's such a bad standard of football that to me it's like, well, they're not really worldies, are they? Because they're scoring it in bad football leagues. Like, they've both scored absolute worldies at the highest level in very, very competitive tournaments. But scoring it in the MLS, you know what it's like? Zlatan scoring worldies in the MLS is like, you know, Gordon Ramsay making the best fried eggs for his missus in the morning. You know, it's not... There's no challenge to that, is it? He's doing it in his own kitchen. There's nobody watching. There's no pressure. Of course he's going to make good eggs, good eggs for his missus. I'm more interested when he does it at his Michelin star restaurant for the royal family, because that's pressure and he can do that. So I don't know whether he ever has done that, but you know what I mean? Zlatan scoring goals in the MLS, I wouldn't expect anything else, because it's a piece of piss for him. Is there extra time, Mark? Dan11, relevant comment. Give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. I don't know what happens if it's 1-1. I presume we'd have extra time and penalties. I presume. Liam at EFC says, how did you come up with that analogy? Most of my analogies just come out of my head. Yeah. It's just, that's why they're so ridiculous, because when you come out with something off the top of your head, you haven't got time to think it out. So some of them work and some of them don't. So that's why they're so stupid, because it literally just comes out of my head. I don't know we're going to talk about bloody Zlatan tonight, do I? Rashford scored the penalty, yes. Some people are asking about that. Yeah, mistake by De Ligt. De Ligt brought down Rashford, and then Rashford took the penalty and put it away. But we still haven't seen that miss from Sancho, have we? And it was the chance of the game. Imagine if we could get De Ligt, Sancho, Fernandes, says the book nut fan. Oh, yeah. That would be lubricant transfer window. Apparently Jesse Lingard's coming on. Holland are suddenly the favourites. I mean, I'm actually even going to tweet that. Then again, he might play well for England. Absolutely. You know, I don't like to say it about a United player, but he shouldn't even be in the England squad. I mean, it's reward. It annoys me that Southgate has actually picked Jesse Lingard, because in Lingard's mind, he thinks he's one of the best players in England, and he's not. He's absolutely atrocious. He shouldn't even be in the England squad. You know, I would love Lingard to have been dropped, because then it might be a knock up on his head. And we're taking Sancho off as well. Oh, for God's sake. There's the chance. Yeah, what he's done is he's done what Rashford does. Cross comes in and he's put his head down and it's the top of his head. And when you head like that, a little bit, as somebody who's 6 foot, you do a lot of heading if you're 6 foot when you're 14. The cross comes in for Sancho, perfect cross. He puts his head down and heads it like that and he's not looking. Get your bloody forehead on it. Head it with your eyes, forehead, and head it where you want to head it. You've got to keep your eyes open and go like that. Sancho goes like that. Rashford goes like that. Open your eyes and smack it with your forehead and send it back in the direction it sort of came from. That's where the keeper ain't going to save it. I don't mean back where the cross came from, but it's coming from there, so you get a bit of that oosh. If you try and do that, it might skim off your head. Patrick says his girlfriend does a lot of heading. Doesn't really work, does it? I know what you meant. You meant blowjobs, but heading, I don't think that's a word for that, is it? Maybe it is, I don't know. Who's your man of the match tonight, Stephen Jones? To be honest with you, I think we've just taken off. Why are you taking Jadon Sancho off after 60 minutes? There would be extra time if it's level after 90 minutes, says Tim Whittle. Thanks for that, mate. Dumfries has just gone down now. Chilwell's just clattered him a little bit. There wasn't really any contact there. James Morris wants a shout out, and that's from James Farnell. There you go, James. Oh my God. Nabil Khan has just come out with something that makes me want to be a little bit sick in my mouth. He said, don't you think Lukaku and Icardi play in quite a similar way? Go and watch Icardi, mate. Even if it's just YouTube clips, go and watch Icardi. You can probably watch Icardi for 5 minutes on YouTube. Time out. Go off this stream, type Icardi into YouTube, watch 5 minutes, then you can come back and apologise to me and the whole of the live comments for saying, don't you think Icardi and Lukaku are similar? Oh, dear me. Jake Lee says, who's better, Chilwell or Shaw? I think we're all in agreement that Chilwell is better. Yeah. James Maddison should be in the squad, yes, but don't the under-21s have some tournament or something for him to play in? I don't know. But he 100% should be, yeah. Red Patriot says that, watch out, because Jesse Lingard's working on some new dance moves for the Premier League season. Thing is, a lot of people wouldn't be surprised by that. Maddison's 22, I think. Chilwell's been very good, yeah, Tropic Sunshine. I'd say Chilwell's probably going to be man of the match. Here he is now, though. Watch him go and get skinned, as we said that. No, he's done a good job. Jesse Lingard probably will score now, Pranav, yeah. To be honest, though, I think Southgate's probably gone a little bit grafty. Harry Kane's slow as fuck up front, so we've lost that threat. And Lingard's a grafter. He's not really a flair player, so we're basically playing. We're trying to hold out from 1-0. That's what we're trying to do, isn't it? Do. Kane's been really just not very good. But another shot there from distance, straight at Pickford. He's not fit, is he? I mean, but there are other options. You could have just put Callum Wilson. Ben Chilwell is a stud, says Gustavo Cortez. I don't know about that. He's been good. It's been good. By Luke Edwards. Just doesn't work. Those days are gone. I'm not this inexperienced person now who starts shouting out your abuse. You're not going to get any shout out for it. You just get removed. So it's a shame. It's a shame. Go and find another stream. Then maybe they'll shout you out. Relevant comment. Who's the fittest girl on Love Island? Says Ismail Akhtar. I've got no comments to make on that. My wife might be watching or in the next room. So no, there's only one woman for me. That tea's bloody boiling. Do you think Kane's career will forever be known for being injury prone? Says Usman. I don't follow Spurs enough to know that Harry Kane's injury record, so I'd be wrong to make a comment. My initial reaction is to say no, but maybe he does have an injury record that suggests that would be the case. But I don't follow Spurs enough to know that he gets injured a lot. It's not 1-1, Gio. You don't need to worry about people shouting out the score because I'm pretty much second for second today. I was just checking the stream myself. I'm pretty much... There's no delay, so you don't need to worry about people shouting out fake scores because I'm level. Van der Beek in, says Arsenal Gunner. I mean, I think Holland have been the better team, and they're going to be the better team for the next half an hour because the substitutions that England have made are very negative. Lingard for Sancho's negative. Lingard just runs around. Sancho's a flair player. And Harry Kane has just been ridiculous. I mean, Van Dijk and De Ligt have been on easy street since Rashford went off, haven't they? Foul by De Ligt on Sterling there. I mean, it's a bit of a mismatch. It's little and large. I don't know whether that was a foul or not. But it is given. And there's a substitution here. Babel comes on for Promes. Or Promes. Don't know. And another substitution as well. Van der Beek is coming on. A lot of people will be pleased by that. He's coming on for Darun. He should have started, says Isaac Jones, Van der Beek. But it's a chance for England to put a cross in here. And I think this is going to be where England are going to create their chances, if they're going to create any chances from the set piece. So Barkley's on it. Can we get a Kane on it or a Maguire on it? Chilwell. Oh, Stones heads wide. We've had the two best chances of the game. I think that chance for Stones there should be done better. And I think that that chance for Sancho was a dream chance. But I think Kane gets in the way of Stones there. Yeah. Greedy Kane. He's so greedy, Harry Kane, isn't he? If he'd left that there, then I think that Stones would have put a better header on it. Chilwell's fantastic, Zan Cavalier. Absolutely fantastic. Well, Harry Kane here on Blind. Ooh, should be a yellow card, that. Let's have a shout out for subscribers while I've got a bit of break in the play. We were hoping to get to 73,500 subscribers tonight. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel. Everybody's welcome on That's Football. And I'm really hoping that England win because I want to do Portugal-England on Sunday night. So on here I do like my FIFA streams. We do watch-alongs for games that are big games that don't involve United because I'm a United fan. I do that on the United stand. So next summer I hope we'll be doing all the games for the Euros. Last summer we did all the games for the World Cup. Champions League, obviously. Big Premier League games, we do those as well. So next season, actually, I want to start doing more of the big games in Europe. But I always thought about like doing Bayern Munich, Dortmund, but I just find the German league a little bit dull. But and the Italian league's gone to Juventus, so it makes it pretty dull to watch that to start, try and build those games up as well. But here is Holland. This could be a goal. Good block there. England are going to have to work a little bit harder than this, I tell you. Kane against De Ligt there. It was a blatant foul by Harry Kane. I don't know what he's on about. Ling scored a bicycle kick, completing his hat-trick, says James Farnell. Yeah, and then you woke up. Lingard's done nothing since he came on. Bergwijn playing off the left at the moment. Good player. I like Bergwijn as well because he's fast, but he's got some upper body strength as well, which is good. Maguire's been solid, says KA. Invisible Lingard, says OG. What would you think about Pickford for United, says Wayne? Oh, Pickford gives me nightmares. I think he's a good keeper, but his concentration levels are suspect. He does make silly mistakes. Anyway, there's a corner here for the Netherlands. Up comes the cross. De Ligt was going to get on that, I think, but it's Kyle Walker who gets there first. Kane has been dog poo, says Angel Snakari. E. Cording says that United will get Rob Green, Marino and Sturridge. Yeah, all available for free. The sort of deal we like. Maguire should be captain, not Sterling. I think Sterling might be captain because it's his 50th game though. Another corner for the Dutch. You've got to be very careful from corners with the Dutch. They've got Van Dijk and De Ligt who are very, very good in the air from corners. So England got to pick their men up here. I suppose Harry Kane helps with that. Although Harry Kane's not actually marking anybody. They're leaving it to Stones and Maguire. Stones has lost De Ligt. And that's a goal. There it is. De Ligt. I said it before it even happened, didn't I? Stones loses De Ligt. And there it is. 1-0. Imagine having a player like that on corners. Absolute brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You just can't knock the lads. I mean, he makes a mistake and that's what he does. 19 years of age, makes an absolute massive mistake. And then he's being marked. Speed to lose his man. Absolutely leaves John Stones for dead and then powers it home with his head. Absolutely magnificent. Really magnificent. And I don't see... all I see here is extra time for England because I think England have been really, really poor this second half. But I think that Holland will probably go on and win it because Southgate's just made the wrong substitutions. Why did he take Sancho off after half for fucking Lingard with half an hour to go and park the bus? This is the trouble with Southgate. He thinks he's Pep, but he keeps jumping back to being bloody Allardyce. You know, be Pep. Stay attacking for the whole game. Don't close the bloody shop doors with half an hour to go and invite him on. Just ridiculous, Southgate. He does try and... It's like Croatia in the semi-final last year. You get in front and then he tries to try and see the game out. See the game out by scoring the second goal. Prat. But for me, De Ligt's just shown what De Ligt's all about there. I didn't really want him to do it tonight. I wanted him to be doing that next season for United. And I think if he had a crap game tonight, people might have thought, you know what? But actually, he's going to get the headlines, isn't he? He's got the equalising goal. He gave a penalty away. It just shows what potential he's got as a kid because he's shown in adversity he's a leader and he can fight back. And also, Southgate's done sod all with the biggest problem on the pitch, the midfield three. So maybe he's had to take Rashford off for injury, but Kane isn't even fit. I'm sure he's got another striker he could have brought on. But the Lingard substitution for Sancho is embarrassing, to be honest with you. It's like, why take Sancho off, your best player? And that midfield three is crap. Absolute crap. Yeah, but all those plonkers in the first half who were saying De Ligt's crap. That's flip-flop football for you. You know, he's not crap. He's a very, very good player. And he's 19 years of age. He's made a massive mistake in a big game. And then he's gone and scored a powering header like that because that's what he is. He believes in himself and he's a leader and he's a good talent. He needs a big club. It's not what I've got to change score. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was in. I think Holland will go on and win this now, and I think they probably deserve to. They've been the better team over the game, and Southgate is still. He does some things right. He tries to make us pass the ball out, but then he goes on the negative. Come on, England. Let's just try and fluke a goal. .76 minutes, so we're probably looking at extra time, aren't we? Could be penalties. Could be penalties. Have we got Vardy on the bench? Henderson's coming on. That should have been done a while ago. Henderson should have been brought on a while ago because that midfield is... it's been weak. So Delph goes off for Henderson. England on the bench, options-wise, had, instead of bringing on injured Kane for Rashford, we could have brought on Wilson. Or... well, that's it, really. So we've only got one other striker. Wilson, Alexander-Arnold, Dele Alli, Michael Keane, Butland, Gomez, Kane, Henderson, Lingard, Dyer. He should have more midfield. He should have more strikers than that. Wilson, bloody hell, there's a dearth of... we need some young English strikers to come through fast. Proper fast. I mean, if he's having to pick people like Callum Wilson and Marcus Rashford and Harry Kane, because that's all he's got... slip him in. There you go. This could be a goal. Good block. Over the bar. What a chance that was for Van der Beek. And he put it over the bar. Should have scored. England getting a bit stretched here. Hanging on for extra time. Because with half an hour to go, Southgate decided to try and shut up shop. Took Sancho off for Lingard. Absolute prat. Absolute prat. Sancho was our biggest threat on the pitch and we took him off. For what? For what reason would you do that? I don't think... has Lingard actually had a touch in this game? That's a genuine question. Has Lingard actually had a touch since he came on? He's been on for 20 minutes. He's atrocious, isn't he? He really is bad. Like he should have had a summer off. With people saying, you know, you're bad at the moment, you need to get working really hard, have a break, have a Kit Kat, turn off and come back next season focused. But being picked for England, it just makes him think there isn't a problem, and there is. Right, he's touched the ball now. He's touched it again. He did actually quite well there. Play on. Sterling. Kane. Good tackle by De Ligt, that was. Bloody hell. He's now... see, De Ligt's now in... He's in beast mode. Holland have got loads of room down the right hand side here. They're swarming. They're just switching the play really quick. Good recovery from Kyle Walker. James Barker says De Ligt is on fire. He is. He's just playing with confidence now. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We still could hit 73,500. We're only 100 away from it. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Bottom right hand corner. Everybody's welcome on here, no matter who you support. That's football. People giving I realised what you're talking about, Pickford. What did I say about Pickford 5 minutes ago? People were like, would you have Pickford at United? No. His concentration levels are terrible. Absolutely terrible. He just makes so many... he doesn't make loads of mistakes. He's a good keeper, but I don't think he's ever going to be a top 4 keeper because he just doesn't... the whole point of being a good goalkeeper is concentration levels. You know, you might only have to make one save a game if you're playing against somebody really good, so you've got to be focused, and I think Pickford's mind wanders. That's why he makes mistakes. Greenwood is an upcoming England striker, says ASJ Gaming. Yeah, Greenwood could save us. Out of 10, what would I rate De Ligt so far? 7 or 8, yeah. Yeah, I think he's... you know, I mean, he's not... he scored a goal, he made a mistake, he got nutmegged, he's made a couple of good tackles. So, you know, you'd be lying if you said 9. I think 8 might be a bit generous. At the moment, I'd probably give him a 7. Yeah, because it wasn't a good first half, but the second half's been good, so I'll give him a 7. 7.5, says Torella, yeah. You'd be a bit sensationalist to say an 8, I think. Yet. He could move up to an 8, though. Oh, Sterling beats the tackle, leaves the ball behind. I think we'll get a winner. Anyway, Sterling's not the captain now, is he? Harry Kane took it off him. I'm on the pitch now. Give me the captaincy. He's so up his arse, Harry Kane. Like, he shouldn't even be on the pitch. You're not fit enough, mate. About 10 minutes to go. We're looking at extra time. I do think that Dele Alli is overrated as man, massively. I think him and Jesse Lingard are very similar. Holland are the better team. Why is Kane playing? Says Torella. Why is Lingy wearing number 7? Says Sarab Chowdhury. I don't know. Why is he even there? Thanks for the contribution, DA23. Come on, England. Let's just try and win it. Oh, here we go. He scored. Lingard has scored. It's 2-1. He's done absolutely nothing in the game. And he scores. And he does his celebration. And it's not going to get... It's not been marked off. Come on. I don't care who scores. I was going to say we needed something a little bit unlucky. Lingard makes it 2-1. It's a United double. And it's from the two most poor players United have had in the last 3... Let's watch this back. It's Chilwell again, driving forward. It's into Sterling. It's a nice little layoff. It's Barkley. He's offside, He's offside. If they go VAR, that's offside. From that angle, it's off. It's offside. That's offside. That is offside. I ain't changing the score. Lingard's gone too early. What a prat. I don't hope it's offside. I think, unless that angle could be the angle. I hope we get away with this. It's giving it. Yes, get in. I thought it would be offside. It's giving it. He's giving it. Bloody hell. Whoa, this just must be the angle. Must be the angle because it looked to me like it wasn't a goal. Brilliant. No, it's offside. Fucking hell. I thought they still had 2-1 on it. I thought they took the kick off quick. Fucking hell. Oh, what a bloody idiot. I am. I'm the prat now. I thought he'd given it. I was still looking at 2-1 on there and the game was still being played, so I thought they took a quick kick-off. Oh, bloody hell. There's chances going all over the place now. Now there's going to be a VAR decision, is there? Or is it going to be a goal kick? Oh, it's all going off. It's exciting. This is the problem with VAR, though. Like, I saw United obviously benefited it against PSG. I think that Manchester United, I think that maybe Spurs could have done with it helping him out last week. But in this situation, it's becoming a little bit... It's just too slow, isn't it? It's just too slow, but it has to be slow because they have to review it. If that's it, his hand, it's a penalty. No, it's not that one. It's the one on Chilwell. We can't see. We need to see this back. It's not a penalty. You know what? Why can't they show us this? Like in the World Cup, they showed you the decision. This is terrible. Whoever's running this TV station is shit. So we've had a penalty go to VAR, but we don't get to see it as a viewer at home. We've had an offside against Lingard, which we don't get to see again at home. It's crap. Like, what? We're not sat in the stadium. Show us the bloody event again. Like, this is crap. I don't know who's got in charge of the bloody TV stations for this, but the crap. Thanks for the contribution, David Stock. It's appalling. Absolutely appalling. We haven't seen the offside again, and we haven't seen the penalty decision, really, from a good angle. I thought I from what I saw of Lingard's, I thought it was offside. I said it at the time, but I haven't seen it again. Like, you know, in the World Cup, we got to see it 3 or 4 times. Anyway, make sure you subscribe if you're new. We're nearly at 73,500. So thanks everybody for showing that. It's 1-1. So Lingard scored but was offside. And I think he was offside, to be honest. Can we get a late winner? Do we want extra time? I think England have been... I tell you what, I think England have been better since Henderson came on because the midfield's worked a lot better. Come on, England. Here's Lingard. Should have looked the other way there. You've got to whip this in. You've got to whip it in. Oh, that was terrible, Chilwell. Good tackle. Oh, I tell you what. Kane just wide. Have you ever been to Cork? If so, what did you think, Killian? Is it Killian? Yeah, Killian Wills. No, I did. I've been to a few places in Ireland because I lived there. So I've been to Belfast in the north. I've been to Waterford, Galway, lots of places. Obviously lived in Dublin, but I never went to Cork. This is looking like extra time, people. Delete again. It's not delete. It was delete. It's hard to tell. My eyes are getting tired. Thanks for that contribution, Astronaut Kid. Callum says, in my opinion, VAR has ruined football. I'm not a fan of VAR. I didn't want VAR, so, you know, I've always said that, and there's loads of videos of me saying that. Some people say that they love it, but I don't. There's 7 minutes to be added on here, so somebody try and win it in extra time. Hi, Mark. Have you ever been to Stoke? Weird question. I know, says Daniel Stanley. I've driven through it. I've never had reason to go to it. I've driven through it. I tell you what, with 7 minutes of extra time, the teams should try and win this now. There's 7 minutes of injury time. Try and win it. I am off on holiday this year, Rose Baker. Yeah, back to Mallorca, actually. So I'll be in a similar place to where I was last time. I won't be going near any fruit sellers, no. Barkley's done well, says Adam Smith. I've been to Cornwall loads of times, Jimmy Hunter. Yes, I have. We've hit 73,500 subscribers, so thanks everyone for that. Well done. I'll have to watch Love Island another time, won't I? If I watch it. Chilwell pops it up. Maguire gets up and he's given a foul. Ref just wants extra time. We don't want extra time. I want England to win it now. Half an hour more. And bloody birds are annoying, aren't they? Yeah, average football fans have said that the same. The bird is costing us the game. I think Southgate's cost England the game by going defensive too soon. I think it will be a penalty shootout. I think both teams have now gone into that mood of not wanting, being too focused on not losing and not thinking about winning. But England have done a lot better this second half. Good run there by Lingard. What do we got left then? 4 minutes? Yeah. Come on, England. You could be heroes just for one day. I think my feeling on it is that England went too defensive too quick, because I think Holland have been quite toothless, really. They have been. They're a good footballing side, but I think they lack somebody up front of real quality. I mean, Memphis is good, but is he really a number 9 to strike through into the best teams in the world? I don't think he is, and I think that they lack that. Oh, Maguire's made a right mess of this. Oh, and who's that? Is that Memphis Depay? I was right. I was absolutely right. When you say something and then it happens. Maguire makes a mistake here. The Dutch lad gets in. He cuts it back to Memphis Depay to win it. I mean, God almighty, that is shit. And it proves exactly what I was saying 2 minutes ago. He is not good enough. He is not good enough. Go! Oh. That's crap by Lingard. You should have laid that off to someone. Still 2 minutes left in this. Just win it. One of you bloody win it. Like, really. Seriously. I can't say it any more than that. They're not going to. Offside should be like goals. Whole body off, says David Stock. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can be offside by a bloody inch, can't you, these days? Well, I think that's going to be it now, because there's still 2 minutes to go, but people are messing around. Nad Jim says you really hate Lingard, don't you? No, I don't. I don't hate Lingard at all. But what you have in front of you on the screen is a Manchester United fan, like many Manchester United fans, who have been watching Jesse Lingard for most of this season and have absolutely been mind-boggled as to how crap he has been. So if you're in the Lingard fan club or you're an England fan saying he's actually played I think he's actually played quite well in the last 20 minutes, but the mind boggles as to how he can do that when he's been absolutely abysmal for England. For United for so long. So, I don't hate Jesse Lingard, but I don't forgive Jesse Lingard or many Manchester United players for how shit they were in a United shirt last season. We finished 6th and we're in the Emmerdale Cup because of these performances from these players. So sod off with your hate. I don't know the person. Why would I hate somebody because of how they play football? I don't know the person, but as a footballer, him and many other United players were diabolical last season. So don't come at me telling me I hate players. I just dislike many of them in a United shirt because they were so poor last season. And I'm not going to forget that because they played well for England for 20 minutes in a game that doesn't benefit my club in any way, or sense or form, because we're still in the Emmerdale Cup no matter what happens tonight. It is going to go to extra time. Eeks Bradley, thanks for the contribution. No, Yomi Habti, I don't. And you won't be commenting on here anymore with your silly little comments like that. DH23, thanks for the contribution. And Ismail Akhtar, how have you not even mentioned how well De Jong has bossed this midfield? He's always so composed and fluid. Yeah, it's probably because of the old Michael Carrick thing, isn't it? That those sort of positions sort of go unnoticed. I mean, I think Ben Chilwell was fantastic for England. I really do. And extra time is now going to happen. Thanks for subscribing. It's Zeeb Yol and Tony Hughes. Thank you. And Delit had to score. No way. No. Now we may be screwed, says Mr. Patel. Well, you know what? I think Delit's decision is probably made regardless, isn't it? It probably is. So I don't necessarily think that what he did tonight was going to make a massive amount of difference. But hi Mark, when is the United stand matches against AFTV and DTFC, says Gareth Irwin? I don't actually know at the moment. We're still doing pre-season fixtures, so we'll know. When I know, I will let people know. But at the moment, I don't know. Is the totally and utterly honest answer. And that's a fact. So, who's going to win it in extra time? Who's going to win it in extra time? Will it be England, who should have won it in normal time? Or will it be somebody else, Holland, who also could have won it in normal time if Memphis Depay wasn't total shit? Just got to send a message. I've sent the message. Oh. Right, we're back in the room. I think when England brought Henderson on, England looked a lot better because they were losing the midfield battle. I think Lingard actually did come into the game in the last 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes he was on, did nothing. Second 20 minutes he was on, because he was on for 40 minutes, wasn't he? Was really, really doing well. And I think he got that freedom because Delph went off and Henderson came on. So, yeah, very, very England back in it. Because I think what basically happened is Southgate made a bad substitution. He should never have took off Sancho. Never should have done that because he went defensive. Here we go. It wasn't offside, they said. So let me just watch this back. The first time I saw the Lingard goal, I was convinced it was offside. They haven't shown us it again. Southgate's having a chat with the players, and then there was a handball decision as well. Henderson is amazing, says Prab. I think he makes a big difference. He's come on a lot. He's come on a lot from the criticism. He was offside by a toe, says Will Jones. And cheers, Mark. Glad to see you back on this channel, says Sergio Hernandez. Thank you very much. And Jesse playing well for England and crap for United, says Alan T. Yeah. In fact, I think I tweeted that off the United Stand account because I'm just amazed as to how you can be so poor in a United shirt and then in an England shirt. It's amazing. Somebody just said there on the Twitter because he's an impact sub. He's an impact sub, and I think that's a very good point about Lingard. You know, I think he is an impact sub. I think that's where he can make a difference in a game. I don't think he's a starting 11 player for a good side. I think he's a. I think he's a. Yeah, I think that's right. It's the manager, says Carlos Ross. Oh my God. It's not the manager. Solskjaer is much better than Southgate. Southgate's a good... Well, Southgate's the reason we've got extra time. He went too defensive with half an hour to go. Let me get back to what I was moaning about. Harry Kane has been irrelevant. Rashford's obviously got a knock, I hope, because that substitution makes no sense at all. To take off a player that was causing them problems to bring on Harry Kane, who clearly isn't even fit. So Harry Kane's made it a lot harder for England because he's, Van Dijk and De Ligt are passing around the cigars. They're on cigars compared to the first half. And Sancho was our best attacking player. Takes him off with half an hour to go when we're winning 1-0 to try and close the game out. And then he's wondering why we're playing extra time. Because you tried to close the game out too early. You should have tried to win the game. So that, I feel, is where Southgate got this game wrong. But I think it's a 50-50 game now because as good as Holland have been in building the ball up front, I think they're dodgy up front. I mean, Memphis has missed a good couple of chances. That last one he had was a really good chance. So I think the momentum might hopefully be with England a bit now, and hopefully we can create some chances. I mean, Lingard's here now. Can he deliver a cross? He doesn't normally, and he hasn't. He's a United player. No United player can cross the ball. Don't worry. It's nothing to do with Lingard. Again, did quite well, but the cross is not good. Ezzy Jr., how long is the season for United Stand Up? It'll be we'll play games every month of the year, really. So we're playing pre-season games at the moment every week. Then we're going into a league, and then we'll just continue to play games with people throughout the normal season as well. So it'll be all the time. God, Declan Rice looks so young, doesn't he? He is, isn't he, though? He's about 20, isn't he? Stephen Jones, do I think that England would beat Portugal? It's hard to tell how good Portugal are, really. I mean, what Portugal have is what Holland need, is Ronaldo in the number 9 position, somebody who just takes the chances. I think that's what Holland miss. They're a good team, but they haven't got somebody up front that strikes the fear into opposition defences. Like Memphis has had the chances to win this. He had it in stoppage time. He should have won it. Peter Carroll says that Kane's overrated. I don't know whether he's overrated as such as that he's just not. He's also just not fit. He's running around like a granddad. Like he does run around like a granddad. Here's Holland on the attack again. Oh, that's a good switch of the ball. Decent cross. Stones does well. We don't want to be giving corners away. And I think it's a throw-in. Well done. I mean, Stones does well, but he's up against Memphis, isn't he? So I think this is a corner for England to defend here. So they need to be careful. They've conceded from a corner once before. Stones was the man who lost De Ligt. They've also got Van Dijk as well. So England need to switch on here. Harry Kane with his cane. Says for FFS my name skin. Van Dijk wins the header. He's very far out though, so England do get to clear it. Joe B says, to be fair, we didn't even deserve to be 1-0 up. Well, we did. You know, you can say it's a little bit of luck, but it was a penalty and he scored it well. That's football. And you're on the channel. That's football. Switch the play. Oh. Sloppy by England. Foul. "53 years of hurt," says CTM Videography. 53 years of hurt. That makes me feel so old because I remember singing bloody Lightning Seeds and Badil and Skinner 30 years of hurt in my teens. 30 years of hurt. And it's nearly double that now. Bloody hell. We're only 7 years away from doubling that. That makes you feel old. Bloody hell. Oh, I tell you what. 53 years of hurt. Trouble is, it'd be nice to win the Nations League, but will it even exist in 10 years' time? I hope so. I hope England win it. But at the moment, I'd put this down to a penalty shootout, if I'm honest. Memphis, straight at the keeper. I don't really actually think... I don't know why Memphis plays up front. I think he's a winger. It's not gone to penalties yet, DMC. Apparently, I've just had a message from somebody to say that my... my reaction to something is on Twitter. Let me just have a quick look. Because I can play it. The power of the internet means I can play it to you as well. England not doing much at the moment. Here we go. Oh, this just must be the... It's giving it. Yes, get in. I thought it would be offside. It's giving it. He's giving it. Bloody hell. Whoa, this just must be the angle. Must be the angle because it looked to me like it wasn't a goal. Brilliant. No, it's offside. Fucking hell. I thought they still had 2-1 on it. I thought they took the kick off quick. Fucking hell. Oh, what a bloody idiot. I'm the prat now. Oh, we're all having a laugh at me, but let's have a laugh at England's defence because it's actually 2-1. It's 2-1 to the Netherlands, and England have made a right balls up here. Bloody pantomime defending. Get your bloody horse, because there's a couple of England defenders. One of them wants to be the ass, and one of them wants to be the front. And it looks to me like it's Harry Maguire. I was looking at something else. It's 2-1. It's Promes who scored it. It's a pass to Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire gives it to John Stones, and John Stones is going to be the donkey. He is. Yeah. Memphis has a shot. Pickford makes a save, and the follow-up is from Promes. John Stones has cost England both these goals. He lost to it, and then he's messed up again. Pebbles. Get in the back of the pantomime donkey horse, and you can be the back of it. You can be the ass, Pebbles, because you've screwed it. You've absolutely screwed it up. Bloody idiot. Bloody idiot. Just gifted them the game. God. Oh, he's trash. He's absolute trash. What an idiot. What an absolute fool. Got to change the score, lads and ladies. Should be golden goal anyway, shouldn't it? I don't see England coming back now. They've got Grandad Kane up front, who's done sod all because he isn't even fit. And then... cross comes in. De Ligt gets up. What a save by Pickford that was. Bloody hell. So De Ligt gets up, heads it back across goal. Somebody else diving heads it. I think it's Memphis. Again, probably should score like the chance for Sancho, but Pickford pulls out a great save. Wow, it just hits him on the arm, really. Reactionary. Reactions. Another corner. They're such a threat from corners. Van Dijk off the bar, off the line by Kane. England are just out of ideas, out of energy. Foul by Lingard here on Daley Blind. Be another foul. There'll be another free kick, and then it's like a. Oh, tell you what, I don't. It's not malicious by Lingard at all, but it's definitely a foul. He misses the ball. Frankie de Jong's played absolutely fantastic, Karen. Absolutely fantastic, so he has. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Let's try and get to 74,000 subscribers. I don't think we'll do it, but you never know. 2-1 to the Dutch at the moment, as it says. Ridiculous mistake by John Stone leads to the goal in extra time. He lost his man on the first goal, but just we ain't going to win major trophies, England, with major mistakes like that. You're just not. It's a mistake. And it's a mistake because England is trying to do something that we haven't done for a long time. You're offside, mate. Leave it. You're offside. You're miles off. He's miles off. This is that stupid rule where they play on offsides, don't they? Why? It's absolutely bloody miles off. He's miles off. Don't need to check VAR. That's just crap linesman. Let's play on. Yeah, but England, to be fair, we're trying to play out from the back, and that's what's cost us the goal so far, isn't it? Do you want England to go back to just hoofing it? I mean, the reality is, Stones... I like England playing out from the back, but he's just being a prat there. Oh, well. There's still time. But I don't think there is time. I think England have been crap in extra time. Really bad. And Holland are just going in for the kill because they're the better team. They've been the better team, and they are the better team. They've been the better team all game. Oh, I don't know. I think I'll tell you what, Gareth Southgate needs to bloody man up because he's made a ridiculous decision. Like, everybody saw it in the Champions League final and everybody's seeing it tonight. Harry Kane's not fit. Like, he's not fit. Why is he even on the bloody pitch? Like, you've got to make decisions that are best for your team. If I was a manager of England, or I'm manager of the United Stand or whatever, and one of my better players is not fit, I'm not going to play him because, there's carrying a knock and there's being not fit, and he ain't fit. So, that's why Callum Wilson's in the squad. He might not be as good as Kane, but he's fit. And a fit Harry Kane is not better. An unfit Harry Kane tonight is not better than Callum Wilson. He's not. He's a passenger. He's a casualty. So, Southgate's been weak there. He should have said to him, look, I appreciate you're the captain of England, but you're not fit, Harry. I appreciate it. You know what this is all about, Harry Kane? It's because he wants to win the first trophy with England and lift it. And that's what he's scared of. And that's fine. That's fine. Anybody's going to feel like that because he thinks, oh, England might win this. I'm the captain. I want to lift the trophy. But that's fine for Harry Kane to do that. But Southgate's job is to make the hard decisions and say, look, sorry, Harry, you're not fit. You're not playing. So, and that's what's cost him because he's been absolutely shite. Remembers John Stones was rated like De Ligt earlier on, says Camille 10. I mean, to be fair, John Stones is a good centre-back, but it just shows all those people who are flip-flops and say, oh, De Ligt's bad because he made a mistake against Rashford. People make mistakes. Goalkeepers make mistakes. Centre-back makes mistakes. It's what happens, isn't it? But here we go. Brandon Jason Grosso says England can't even win the Nations League. Ha 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 ha. Brandon, I'd love to know what country you are from because nobody's won the Nations League. So you can't laugh at England can't win the Nations League because nobody's won it. So even if you are Dutch, you've not won it yet. So there is absolutely the banter joke makes no sense. You should have just said World Cup or something that loads of people have won that England haven't won. Can you make a sub? Well, there should be another sub in this. Surely we can make another sub now because you take Harry Kane off. Fourth sub, take him off. Holland have never won a World Cup, you're right. So let me stop the clock. It is half time in extra time. Remove, stop that there. Okay. In fact, if anybody's interested in watching some proper management, we're playing a game on Saturday at midday in London. United Stand FC. I'm the manager. If you want to come down, I'll be putting out the details at tomorrow's show on the United Stand. So you're welcome to come out and watch proper management. Oh, look at Pickford. He's really mad. He's England's maddest man because he was banging the floor. He was banging his fist on there. Forget about Holland. I'm England's maddest man. Anyway, I think this is over. 2-1. 2-1 it is. England have done sod all in that first half of extra time. Holland have dominated them. And he's going to bring Dele Alli on. Because you can make another sub. So I would have thought he'd probably take Ross Barkley off. Absolute bottle job, Southgate, keeping Harry Kane on, who is not fit. Look at Southgate. The cameras are on me. I've got my best Marks and Spencer's jumper, tie and shirt combo. This is where I act like I'm pep with hair. Listen to me. You've got one chance to turn it around. I'm not going to tell you that it's my fault, and I'm not going to take Harry Kane off, because that's the best chance we've got. I'm just going to wag my finger around, tell you that England can be great again, and actually, I know I'm a coward because I won't take Harry Kane off, and he's not fit. So, yes, go for it. So Dele Alli comes on for one of the midfielders, which is Declan Rice, and Harry Kane continues up front. Not a chance are we getting back into this game. Not a chance, because he's bottled it. I've got nothing against Harry Kane, by the way. I like Harry Kane when he's fit. He's a good player. He ain't bloody fit. This is the Harry Kane show. This is not high-end international football when you've got a manager who bottles taking off a player who isn't even bloody fit. We're playing with 10 men. And we've got a striker who can come on. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, CJJM said, what a great point that is. What a great point that is. He says, Kane cost Spurs the Champions League and he'll cost England this game. It's not really Harry Kane's fault, but it's true. The managers should not be picking them. Ooh, Barkley. There'll be a yellow card there. Van der Beek, a little bit late. Will be a good final, Holland versus Portugal, footballing wise. I agree with you, Isaac Jones. Trent Alexander-Arnold should be playing, and you wonder whether Trent Alexander-Arnold would have got back in time and anticipated that danger that was caused by John Stones, because Promis read it 100 miles an hour, didn't he? Come on, England. At least give us something. Who scored second for Holland, says Purple Heart? Promes, however you announce it. Oh, I haven't started the timer for the second half of extra time. I feel so stupid for not doing that. What a plonker you are. You stupid man. We are 2 minutes in. Just about. Go. There we go. Was it an own goal by Kyle Walker? All right. Have England got a corner here? This could be our best chance. Harry Kane's got a stiffy. Harry Kane trying to skin Delit. Never going to happen. Had to fall over. It's not going to happen. Some passion there in the crowd. He's got a Ralph Lauren cap on that he got on the market for a £5. It's because it's not Ralph Lauren. It's somebody playing polo on the back of a dog and not a horse, which would be real. Cross coming in from England. God knows what that was. I don't know what that routine was. I think Chilwell chops it to the end of the box, and I think an England player is meant to go onto it, but he chips it to the edge of the box to Memphis Depay's head. Fantastic. Fantastic, that was not fantastic. It was shit, if I'm honest with you. My name's Connery, Bond, Sean, James. I can't remember. It's been so long. Come on, England. Slip him in. You got to pass that first time, Sterling, taking a touch. England giving a little bit more second half. That's that Southgate Braveheart cry, isn't it? Penalty shootout would be exciting though, wouldn't it? Come on, it would. We'd like penalties. I tell you what, I did that on here. Can anyone remember that if you were watching it? The penalty shootout, Colombia and England last summer. Oh, that was one of my best things as an England fan. It was amazing because I just don't have any faith in England in penalty shootouts. Wayne Asbaradi says that England's best players are the young lads and we're not seeing enough of them on the pitch. Yeah, you know what? It's a shame people like James Maddison aren't here. It's a shame Sancho was took off after 60 minutes. It's a shame people like Hudson-Odoi are injured because that's what England need to do. There's no point clinging on. I mean, Dele Alli's crap. He is. You know, people think I get on Lingard's back, but, you know, Dele Alli, I don't support Spurs. I think Dele Alli's crap. Absolutely shit. And I hope he scores. I do. But I don't rate him. I thought he was dodgy in the World Cup, and I think he's dodgy now. I think every game I've seen Spurs play in the Champions League, I think he's one of their weak spots. I don't think Harry Kane's a weak spot. I like Harry Kane. I just think he's just not fit, and he should hold his hands up himself as well and say, I'm not fit. But the managers can stop him playing. See, I think Chilwell's tired now. His final ball's just got us offside. Blow. Put your flag up. He's offside. He's offside, man. I'm seeing these offsides from my TV screen. Shambone. 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 Don't know why I'm saying that. Shambone, motherfucker. Mark, read it out, says Dave. What am I meant to read now? Don't worry about fake scores because I'm pretty much second for second tonight. So it's 0-0 and there's about 8.5 minutes to go. Good cross by Walker. What a defensive header by De Ligt. Harry Kane has to foul him. Ain't no way Barcelona aren't going to get De Ligt, is there? After tonight, they'll give him another 10 million a year. You would do. He's 19 years of age and he's playing like that. 19. He's just dominant. Absolutely dominant. I'd give De Ligt 8 out of 10 now. He's definitely moved into the 8 out of 10 category. He's a beautiful footballer. But I think United fans are going to end up disappointed. But unfortunately, this is the modern phenomenon we have with transfer windows, isn't it? You get all these plonkers pretending they've got Manchester United sources saying De Ligt's definitely signing, the medical's been booked, this, that and the other. It's just absolute shit. I know for absolute fact that De Ligt hasn't got a booked medical with United. He hasn't agreed to come to Manchester United. He could do. I don't think he will. He still could come to Manchester United, but he's not agreed to come to Manchester United. And I think that's the horrible thing because all these United fans think that these people, maybe they are in the know. Maybe they do have a source. And maybe De Ligt is coming. And they're playing with your emotions. I don't think he's going to come. I don't think he will do. And I think there's going to be a lot of United fans very angry and disappointed because they believed liars. And even if he does come to United, those people are still liars. They're guessing. Because De Ligt hasn't made his mind up anyway yet. So there's no booked medical. There is no definitely coming to United. It's just bullshitters. And I'll tell you what, as I said on the United stand earlier, and this goes the same for every club, if all these people who are in the know and have got Manchester United sources know that De Ligt's coming to Manchester United, then please tell me this. Why are none of them talking about Bruno Fernandes? Because I know for a fact that Manchester United are desperate to sign Bruno Fernandes, and that is probably the most likely big signing they're going to make. And this has been known by anybody who knows anything about Manchester United in relation to journalism. What a goal. 3-1. Pissing about again. Who is it? Is it John Stones with the hat-trick again? Phil Jones will be our super sub and save us all, Nicholas Skinner. It's Barkley. Bloody passing out from the back. Knobhead. This is ridiculous. Absolutely stupid defending. Bring back Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. This England defence is shit. It proper is. Game over. Absolutely trash. What the bloody hell are they doing? It's passing out from the back. I ain't got a problem with England passing out from the back, but these players just are not switched on enough to do it. And that was really quick, good play by Holland to just kill it off. I don't know why Memphis is put in his ears there, because Memphis should have won the game. We shouldn't even be in extra time. If he could finish, this game would be over. So, well done with your assist, Memphis, twice. But really, if he could finish, this game would be over. He does deserve a goal now, though, because he has had 2 assists. But we've got to change the score again. England have embarrassed themselves tonight. Absolutely embarrassed themselves. And to be honest, the goal they scored, it is a penalty, isn't it? So, from open play, I tell you what, I do think back to that chance for Sancho at 1-0, though, in the second half. Closed his eyes and put his head down. Put your head through it, mate. Use your forehead. Would they have come back from that? But what Holland have shown, and De Ligt's epitomised it, and Memphis has epitomised it in extra time, is, you know what, mistakes, missed chances, whatever, But if you come back from it, it won't matter. And they've come back from all of that. They've showed mental strength and character and leadership as a team, and they've come back and they've won the game deservedly. Oh, God, dear. Kavanagh Wariski says, you and the in-the-knows are liars. Mate, I'm not an in-the-know, and I'm not a liar. And I've been doing the United stand for 5 years, and there's about 2 players that I've said I've been told things about, and United have been involved in hundreds of transfer stories, and I've never said, oh, I know this, I know that, unless I know it. And I do know that story about Bruno Fernandes, and I said it in March when the transfer window hadn't even been open. So I've got no go on, England. I've got no desire to be classed as an in the know. I think it should be IMK. No, that doesn't work. IAK. I'm a knob. That's what it should be, really. I had to think about that. I'm getting tired now. Well done to Southgate for bringing on Kane, the Pratt. Embarrassing to Sergio Hernandez. Yep, I agree. Totally agree with you. Would have loved the final on Sunday, says Joe B. Yeah, I agree. I think Southgate and England and Kane have cost England this. I've just put quite a strong tweet out on Twitter, which is unlike me. And what I basically said is that Southgate and England have lost. Southgate and Kane have lost England this game through selfishness and weakness. They both know Kane's not fit, and yet they've let England play with 10 men for an hour. It's selfishness. It's about Harry Kane's career, and it's about Southgate being weak, and that is what has cost us tonight, because you cannot play with 10 men. You can't play with 10 men, and that's exactly what England have done. And everybody who's gone over to watch England and everybody who's watching it tonight have had their time wasted because Harry Kane wanted to be involved in case we won it so he could lift the trophy. And Southgate's weak, and that's what it comes down to. I've just put that on Twitter, and somebody's replied and said Kane's been one of England's best players, and it's already had 10 likes. I mean, this is what football's all about. It's all about opinion, but Harry Kane's been one of England's best players. Jesus Christ. I despair. I despair at some people's view of a football game. But that's my personal opinion. You know, everyone's entitled to an opinion, that's great. But I don't... How has Harry Kane been one of England's best players? I'm amazed by that. He's been absolutely ineffective. Like, he's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I know we've made mistakes defensively, and, you know, people like John Stones deserve criticism, but how many chances have we created up front? And there's Harry Kane for you. He's just controlled the ball and then given it to a Dutch player because he's not fit. He's absolutely not fit. About a minute left to go. You know, some people saying their Twitter's full of idiots. I have always been on Twitter from day one. Twitter and YouTube have always been my football social medias. Are you lot like? What are you? What's your top sort of? Well, what do you use? Like, put it in the comments. So for me, if I was in the comments talking about what I use for football, be YouTube and Twitter. That's pretty much what I use. But you might use Instagram or Facebook or Reddit or something else. What are the ones that you use? Like, order them in. I'm genuinely interested in that because I don't know whether it's changing. Like, you know, Ann3 says YouTube and Facebook, Twitter and United Stand, says Finn Bryan. So yeah, Instagram's not bad, says Rosebeck. I don't know how to use Instagram. I suppose it's the same as Twitter, isn't it? It's pictures and then you just interact with people. Yeah, I see how it works. I've never really given it the time it deserves, I suppose. Insta and YouTube, says Jackson Douglas. Game's over, by the way. Grinder, yeah, that's a good one. Instagram, says Mikey. Insta, Twitter and YouTube, yeah, likes me. Matteo United. Pretty much all social media is full of degenerates, says Ash Smith. Reddit, says Van Dyke, but I don't like Reddit. I think it feels old. It doesn't feel smooth in relation to people replying and that. I just don't like it. Insta, yeah, okay. Anyway, the game is over. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. I must admit, as an England fan, I'm not gutted. I'm not. I don't think if it had gone to penalties, I would have been like anywhere near on the edge as I would have done for the Euros or the World Cup. But England embarrassed themselves. Fair play to Holland. They deserved it. As far as De Ligt goes, why wouldn't you want him at Manchester United? Absolute dominant. Absolutely fantastic player. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't before you leave. I'm doing FIFA again here tomorrow afternoon. I did FIFA this afternoon. It's well worth a watch. If you thought that game was boring tonight, watch my Man United versus Spurs game on my FIFA stream today. That was, for a game, I know it's a game of FIFA, but it was absolutely brilliant. I'll see you all soon. If you haven't watched the United Stand from tonight, I did it at 7 o'clock. Please do give it a watch. Just go to the United Stand now. And I shall see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.